Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Again, grounded out on the Sabbath, right? So, today, I want to talk about how to heal from a broken heart. Now, this is going to be this is going to be one of those things where I'm going to just share some of my stories and journeys and stuff like that that I've been through, and really how I overcame it and how I got to a better place, right? So, like everyone knows, when you go through a relationship, you know, when you are around this person, y'all fall in love and things like that. But then there's always that time where you realize this ain't gonna work. It's over, right? And you don't know how to end it. You don't know how to let go of each other because you're intertwined. Your heart beats to the same rhythm. You love the same. You can't live or breathe without this person. You think about them. You feel their pain even if they're not with you. So when you're with this person, you're like, man, this person is perfect for me. How do I let this person go? And it's not easy. The process is really ugly. You cry, and I mean you cry. I've cried on the bathroom floor. I've cried in my living room. I've cried in a bathroom stall at my job, right? And when I went through this breakup, it began when I gave everything to this relationship. Um, and I realized it was over. It was the moment I knew it was ending. And I'm sure many of you know that process of this is ending. But the reality, that moment, it was a moment when you realize this is really over. And I realized it when I was in Cancun. I realized that this is really the end of our relationship, of any possible future. I realized that this is not going to be able to be anything else. And so, as I realized this, it was just hard for me to allow for all that to settle in. It was hard for me to accept that it was over. And so when you're going through this process of, letting go of this person emotionally, physically, even down to your spirit, you borderline losing your mind. You borderline losing it. And to be honest with you guys, I was losing my mind. I'm telling y'all, I was losing it. But I had to go through this healing process. And so how did I go through this healing process? Well, I had to get my Angela Bassett on, y'all. I found this little place, little mantra place, and I got my, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo on, just so that I can balance myself emotionally. And sometimes a broken heart, it allows for you to tap into another layer of yourself so that you can love the right way, right? And it's not saying that the relationship that you had before wasn't a good relationship or it didn't feel good, but it might not have been what's right for you, right? Because everybody might feel good to you, but they might not be right for you. And so through that process, through the relationship process, through the ending of that relationship, I came to a place where I've accepted me and understanding that, no one can love you more than you. Even if you meet this person, the person's only going to add to your happiness. They can't make you happy. And in most of my relationships, the reason why usually they ended was because I was seeking someone to make me happy. I was seeking someone to love me unconditionally, the way I love other people. But I also realized that some people can love you on the surface. Some people can go a little deep with you. but they might not be able to go down into the depths of your soul, the dimensions of who you are. They might not be able to go to those places with you. And that's when you know that that person's just not right for you. Because the whole objective of life is finding someone that you can connect with, that you can grow with, that you can build with. But if you're at a place where that person's not right for you, it's okay if it doesn't work out. Because life is all about an experience. Even sometimes with marriages, people get married and they say, you know what, this person's going to be with me forever. Nothing's forever, but it is a great experience. And so, you know, what I've learned from my heartbreaks, right? I've learned that enjoy the experience. If you're privileged to have someone that is with you for the duration of your time on this planet, then that is truly a gift from God. But if you don't get that, at least enjoy the experience. Learn, grow, and evolve. And that's all I can really say about that today. I hope this was helpful. I hope that this was actually some in-depth information for you guys, because we all go through broken hearts. We've all been there and cried, and it's been sad. But at the same token, I want you guys to understand that you're not alone in what you're going through, and that you can actually become a better version of yourself. Your story doesn't end there, just like mine didn't. All right. Again, I appreciate all the love and support from you guys. Again, walking, my knee's getting better, so I'm out walking more now. All right. But again, I love you guys. I appreciate everything the comments, the likes, the support, following me. If you guys got any topics that you want me to cover, please let me know. All right. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.